Okay, we're looking for the best strategy to win fantasy football week 8. It's all about trades. Your trade deadline's a few weeks away. It's time to start shopping now. And oftentimes the best trade targets are buy highs. They're not necessarily buy lows, though we do have a couple buy lows to talk about today, and one of them is the buy low of my lifetime. But we start with quarterback. Anthony Richardson, big arm, big legs, 14 carries in week 7 in a game that they didn't need to throw to win. There will be shootouts on the schedule against Houston, against Jacksonville. Get ready for Anthony Richardson to air it out to Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman and Josh Downs. It will happen. But whoever has Anthony Richardson in your league right now is likely demoralized and willing to let him go because they don't know if this is ever going to happen. His completion percentage was well below 50% against the Dolphins and their suffocating defense. But Tyler Huntley was not going to fuel a shootout. That defense was not going to allow Anthony Richardson to be prolific. There are plenty of spike weeks coming on the calendar for Anthony Richardson. So fearless fantasy gamers will go out and buy low on him. Now in Dynasty, I get why you're terrified. But in seasonal managed leagues, he's a buy. And you can flip Kirk Cousins. You can flip Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Devontae Adams is back. Aaron Rodgers is 40. You never know what you're getting from him week to week, just like you didn't know what you were getting from Ben Roethlisberger when he was the same age. And Aaron Rodgers plays slow. He's never going to be a prolific passer. It's not going to happen. And with Kirk Cousins, Atlanta falls behind Tampa. This franchise is in win-now mode. Arthur Blank is old. If things don't change in Atlanta, Michael Penix will be under center. And ask anyone that follows college football, he was right there with Caleb Williams in the Big 12 last year. So trade for or stash Michael Penix, especially in Superflex leagues. Go get Anthony Richardson. And you can let go of Kirk Cousins. You can let go of Aaron Rodgers. Now, at running back, I want Nick Chubb because that offense is going to be better with Jameis Winston. And an upgraded quarterback lifts all boats. So Nick Chubb is going to have more TD upside moving forward with Jameis Winston under center. And Javonte Williams finally scored. He scored twice against New Orleans. He has multiple games getting 5+ targets. He is the underrated bell cow back in the NFL. Week 7 was an incredibly powerful signal to go get Javonte Williams, just like it was a powerful signal to sell high on Alvin Kamara, because that offense in New Orleans is heading in the wrong direction. What other offenses are improving? Buffalo. You want to trade for Ray Davis right now. Ray Davis outrushed James Cook. Ray Davis commands more targets than James Cook last week. He's a better all-around, more versatile running back than James Cook. For that reason, Ray Davis is a strong buy and James Cook is a sell. Just like in Los Angeles, they're scoring a lot of points, a lot of TD equity there, but there's no way Kyren Williams at 200 pounds can hold up to this huge workload. It's only a matter of time until Blake Corum gets his opportunity in Los Angeles and never looks back. Trade for Corum, sell high on Kyren Williams. Just like you're trading for Ray Davis and you're selling James Cook. And while we're selling high, you might as well sell high on Kareem Hunt. I mean, Kareem Hunt's now a Chief. Oh my. It's like he never left. But he's not the same player he was. He's a shell of his former self, grossly inefficient. He's been getting very fortunate with touchdown scoring. Now would be the time to maximize your returns on Kareem Hunt. Now is also the time to buy high on Amari Cooper. It's a perfect skill match with Josh Allen. Josh Allen is an improvisational quarterback. Amari Cooper is an improvisational wide receiver. Josh Allen likes to scramble around. Amari Cooper likes to juke slot corners out of their shoes. Allen rolls out, and just as he's rolling out, that's when Amari Cooper gets that separation horizontally, and then bing, 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 first down, touchdown, Amari Cooper. But Amari Cooper wasn't the receiving leader in week 7. It was actually Keon Coleman. Of all the Bills pass catchers, Keon Coleman would be the sell high candidate, where Amari Cooper is a buy high target. Now you think about other offenses that are improving, it can only get better in Miami. Tua will be back, and when he is, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle will return to fantasy relevance. But right now, you can get Jalen Waddle for nothing. See if you can make a deal. Now, DK Metcalf, he just sustained a knee sprain, and Tyler Lockett and JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, they will be the big beneficiaries based on the law of the conservation of targets. But who's less expensive is actually Tyler Lockett. The more proven option is less expensive, so my first trade target's going to be Tyler Lockett. Now, I talked about the best possible trade target is the buy low of my lifetime, and that is Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy 4x'd the target share of the next wide receiver on the totem pole in Kansas City in week 7. It was Xavier Worthy with 8 targets, and it was Mecole Hardman with 2 targets. There are big boom weeks coming for the fastest receiver in the league, who's also Patrick Mahomes' signature target earner. At Texas, Xavier Worthy was not just a deep threat. He was a deep threat and a possession receiver. He is more versatile than most football analysts give him credit for, and now is the perfect time to buy. If you happen to have Romeo Doubs, given all the target competition there in Green Bay, now is the perfect time to sell the fourth best wide receiver on the Packers. And at tight end, it's too late to trade for George Kittle. It's too late to trade for Brock Bowers, but it's not too late to trade for David Njoku. David Njoku. What if I told you David Njoku has a similar athletic profile to George Kittle? At any point in his career, you've always wanted to have Jameis Winston's number one receiving option. Have you not? Mike Evans was pretty good to us for many, many years. He's going to the Hall of Fame. David Njoku is going to be the number one receiver in Cleveland. The big beneficiaries of the Jameis Winston era in Cleveland are Nick Chubb and David Njoku. And if you need to trade a tight end, I like Evan Ingram. But Evan Ingram has a Brian Thomas Jr. problem. He has lived on a huge target share throughout his career, but now with Brian Thomas, a true alpha, finally, to compete for targets with in that offense. Evan Ingram hasn't competed with a true alpha receiver for targets since Odell Beckham Jr. in New York. So you can let go of Evan Ingram and go get David Njoku. That's the best strategy to win fantasy football in Week 8. Warm up the trade engine.